So this last week, one of my newer agents received a call from an appraiser out of Dallas wanting free data from our MLS on one of our own listings. I phoned the appraiser to inquire about a conflict of interest to confirm that this was our brokerage's listings and we represented the seller. The gentleman confirmed that he did not have access to our MLS to do his own research. He was not familiar with our market and he'd only driven by the property. I promptly called the buyer's agents to inform them that their buyer was not getting a fair appraisal. Further, if the appraisal value came in lower than the contracted sales price, then this could potentially hurt the seller. So I demanded that the lender contact the hired third-party appraisal management company to require a valuation from a competent appraiser. It's no surprise to recent homebuyers that the lender's appraisal process can be lengthy and disastrous. First of all, the lender wants an appraisal of the home that you're purchasing because they want to ensure that the money that they are loaning you is covered by the value of the home should you default. This helps ensure that they could recover monies lent by selling the home themselves by knowing the sales price of the home. Now, in some instances, the lender will waive the full appraisal process as we know it in lieu of a desktop appraisal and a large down payment from the buyer. A desktop appraisal is when the bank performs online research to gather as much available information as is possible to determine an approximate confirmation of the value. They do not visit the property in person to verify its condition, and this type of appraisal is also more common with local banks and properties that are in planned developments with cookie-cutter homes. Desktop appraisals are not the norm because they are a greater risk for the lender. Yet the number of licensed and experienced appraisers is declining rapidly due to mostly the 2-year unpaid apprenticeship required for this job. Enter the hybrid appraisal. The hybrid appraisal is a new type of property evaluation that requires a licensed appraiser to do the desk work, but an independent data collector can do the field work. This is the actual on-site property inspection that verifies the home does not have wood rot, peeling paint, broken glass, other safety hazards, or repairs that cause homeowners to be overwhelmed by repair expenses and typically cause them to default on the property. And this all sounds like a great solution until you consider that these independent data collectors may not be trained, had any background checks, are unbiased third parties, know your local market, just exactly like the story that I began this rant with. So here are the lesson. 1, communicate to your lender that a full appraisal is required, that you will not accept a desktop or a hybrid appraisal. Number 2, inform the listing agent not to accept a data collection assignment on their own listings. And number 3, ask that the buyer's agent or the listing agent accompany the appraiser or the data collector to the property inspection. You may also realize this is going to delay the closing process, but knowing and communicating clearly in advance can help make for a successful real estate transaction for buyers and sellers. As always, I'd love for you to reach out with any real estate questions. Thanks so much for watching.